I save over 50% of my income living in San Francisco, and no, I'm not skipping any of the fun stuff. No extreme frugality, no giving up travel or things I actually love. I just save over 50% of my income while I'm doing those things. Hi everyone, I'm Calley. This channel I talk about money, finance, investing, and building the life you actually enjoy along the way. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, saving 50% of your income is insane, especially right now. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the exact system that I use. It's 3 parts: how I budget, how I live below my means without feeling less, and the one trick, which is automation, that does most of the work for me. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to share what worked for me. And I want to be very clear before we get started. I did not start at 50%. When I started budgeting, tracking everything, and started living below my means, I started saving about 10 to 15% at the time because that's all I could do. And that's completely okay. If 50% sounds impossible right now, just stick with me because it's not about hitting the perfect number. It's not about being perfect either. It's about building a system that quietly moves you to the right direction so you can eventually get to the 50% or whatever the savings goal that you may have. You're not trying to be a different person. You're just designing the money around the life that you already want. Okay, so 3 parts. Let's go. Number 1 is budgeting. And before you click away because budgeting is the most boring word on the internet, let me ask you one question. Do you want a budget that you can stick to for 1 month or a system that you can run for 5 years? Because here's why most budgets fail. It's exhausting. 40 categories, tracking every single receipt you have, and at the end of it all, you just feel worse about your money. So people try it, they burn out, and they just quit. It's not fun. And that's not a willpower problem. It's a bad system problem. My version is simple. It's not about tracking every single transaction forever. Yes, for the first month or so, track everything so you can see where your money actually goes. But after that, you don't need to live in a spreadsheet. The whole point is clarity so you can actually decide what's worth it. So here's my entire framework. 3 buckets. Bucket 1, fixed costs, and these are your non-negotiables, the stuff that happens whether you like it or not. Rent, utilities, insurance, phone bill, any debt payment like student loans or a car. Bucket 2, flexible spending. These are groceries, going out, seeing friends, shopping, all the fun stuff. And this is the bucket that sneaks up on people because it's not one big scary bill. It's 100 little ones. And if you're not watching it, it quietly runs your whole month. Bucket 3, future me. That's savings, investing, any big purchases that I plan for in advance. And future me is my favorite person to pay. So how does this actually get you to saving 50%? Most people save whatever that's left after they cover fixed costs and done all of their flexible spending. And whatever left is inconsistent. Some months it's 20%, some months it's 10, 15, and some months it's nothing. Because savings is last in line, it gets least attention. So what do? I flip it. Future me always gets paid first. The moment my paycheck comes in, savings and investing come off the top. And I build my spending around what's left, not the other way around. That one flip is the whole game. And you can only do this if you know your numbers because budgeting is what makes the percentage possible. Once you actually see where your money's going, you don't have to be perfect everywhere. You just need to make high impact changes. For example, instead of spending $500 on dining out, you bring that down to $200 and you have $300 that you can put towards your savings or investing. That's a $300 a month that gets redirected straight to future me. And that's how your savings rate climb. Not by cutting everything, but cutting a few high impact things that aren't bringing you happiness anyway. And if even that sounds too much, you're busy, you don't want a second job tracking all of your receipts, there is a shortcut. You really only need 2 numbers. Number 1, how much can you actually spend on your flexible stuff? Groceries, fun, a little shopping, a number that you can actually stick to. 2, your automatic savings rate. You already know your fixed costs. So once you set your weekly flexible number and your savings rate, that's it, you're set. That's the budget. If you've never tracked your money before, you will be surprised how quickly things add up. Coffee here, Uber there, DoorDash because you're tired to cook, seeing friends, going out. None of these feel big at the time, but added up, it's hundreds, if not thousands a month. And I'm not saying don't do these kind of things. I'm saying you need to see them and gain some clarity, because that's usually exact reason why you're not able to hit your savings rate. Okay, so that was budgeting. Part 2, living below your means. And I need to be very clear because this is an area where people tend to brace for a lecture. I am not anti-nice things, anti-going out, seeing your friends, anti-travel, and anti-fun. Like, do the things that you enjoy and you truly love. But you do have to be careful because nice things have a way of turning into nice everything. And that's a slippery slope. I'm actually going to make a separate video about how much money I wasted chasing status and trying to keep up, because it's a trap. That's how people with genuinely great income feel broke at the end of the month. So here's my rule. It's okay to buy nice things and enjoy your life. Just don't upgrade everything at once, because that's what lifestyle inflation actually is. Your income goes up, so does your apartment, your car, your wardrobe, the restaurant, all at the same time. And then you look up and go, why do I still feel broke? I make really good money. So instead of upgrading everything, choose 5 to 10 categories where spending genuinely makes your life better, and the rest stays simple. Great dinner with your family, husband or a friend, travel that you actually care about, wellness, paying for a gym membership, the things that make you feel good. You earned it, so you should enjoy it. You just don't have to enjoy every single category at once. For me, I love jewelry, but that doesn't mean that I buy a new piece every single month. I save for it, I plan for it if there's a piece that I really want to get. And I usually align the purchase to a milestone. So when I finally get it, it actually means something. It's not just another impulse purchase that I'll forget about in a month. And meanwhile, I barely spend any money on clothes or shoes or other accessories. And that's the trade. I go all in on things that I truly love and value, and I go quiet on things that don't really matter to me as much. This one shift made my aggressive savings feel pretty easy, because you're not cutting joy, you're cutting mindless spending. That's a big difference. A lot of people will tell you a cigarette is cutting your everyday latte or avocado toast. Honestly, in an expensive city, latte is not your problem. The big 3 are housing, transportation, and food. Get those right, and your lattes don't really matter anymore. Let's start with housing first, because in an expensive city like San Francisco, housing costs can eat up your paycheck really fast. So I treat housing as a strategy decision. It's not a status symbol to me. You do not need the newest building with all the amenities and the newest finishes. If nice appliances are genuinely something that you value, great. Make that your splurge. But a lot of those shiny new apartments tend to be smaller, more expensive, and has a lot of amenities that you may use twice. So ask yourself an honest question. Am I paying for something that I will actually use, or paying to feel like I've made it? For me, choosing less flashy apartments saves me thousands a year. Second, transportation. This is a category that can quietly explode, because car isn't just a car payment. It's insurance, random repairs, gas, parking, and unexpected costs that comes up that you have to pay for. So you have to count all of it. When I moved to San Francisco from LA, I got rid of my car. Actually, I rented it out for a couple months and I made a few $100s. but I ended up getting rid of it because I wasn't using it. Now I Uber, take the bus sometimes, and it still costs me less than owning the car. Cutting transportation is one of the fastest way to save you real money. And third, food. We cook at home most of the times. I shop at Trader Joe's, Costco, sometimes order grocery from Amazon, but we still go out, we try new restaurants because that's just part of living in a city. The difference is it's intentional. A planned date night, going out with your friends, yes. A random, I'm too tired to cook for the night, so I'm going to order $40 or even $60 takeout. No, that's the one I'd cut. There's a real difference between a dinner that you'll remember and a sad salad you order out of exhaustion. So I plan meals before I do my grocery shopping. Thankfully, my husband helps me with cooking, which is great. And honestly, it's not just cheaper, it's also healthier because you control what goes in your body. And part 3, automation. Okay, so this is the part that ties everything together. Here's the truth. If you want to save 50% of your income, it cannot be a decision you make every month. Because the moment that paycheck hits your checking account, and you can see it, it's basically there for you to spend. It becomes emotionally available, and that's dangerous. So I never let it get there. I pay myself first automatically the day I get paid. The setup is simple. You want an account for all of your bills, your fixed costs, an account for your flexible spending. You can also combine this with your fixed costs. And honestly, I just keep those two together to keep things simple, but that's your call. And 1 or 2 places where you pay your future me. For me, this is 1 high yield savings account and 1 investment account. So on payday, about half of my income gets automatically direct deposited into my savings account and my investment account. And rest goes into my checking account. And the direct deposit, I don't see it, I don't feel it. It just happens automatically every single month. And the remaining paycheck that lands in my checking account, I give permission to spend that money guilt-free. That's it. That's my whole system. And if you're sitting there thinking, okay, that's all great, but saving 50% of my income is just not realistic for me right now, that's completely fair. When I started really tracking my spending and started taking my savings seriously, I started at 10%, maybe 15% tops. So I wouldn't even start at 50%, maybe start at 10, 15%, and slowly increase your savings rate each month. Make it automatic, make it easy for you to save every month. Start increasing, maybe 1% or 2% every month, and bump it up whenever you get a raise or bonus. The goal is to raise your savings rate without feeling like you're sacrificing your lifestyle. So that's the whole thing. 3 parts: budget, so you can actually see where your money's going. Live below your means by going all in on things that you truly love, and stay quiet on other areas. And automate it so savings isn't a willpower you have to fight every single month. And remember, it took me years and a lot of trial and error to get to where I'm at today. If this was helpful, do me a favor and subscribe, hit the like button. And I actually want to know. Drop a comment below and tell me your savings rate and a category that you love to splurge on. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.